Back in December, we learned our landlord, Andrew Robertson, had put our home up for sale. We knew whoever purchased the building at the price the landlord was asking would try to remove the current tenants and re-rent the apartments at market rates. We all know how these things go. We have seen the devastation that these pressures have brought to tenants across Hamilton, the displacement, the fracturing of communities, the doubling of rents, the encampments in the parks. Determined to avoid this fate for ourselves and our neighbors, we got together to form a tenant association, ready to support each other and fight back against these attempts to push us out of our homes. In the process of meeting and discussing our options as a group, we came up with the idea of trying to turn the building into a non-profit rental co-op, and through our rents, cover the cost of the mortgage payments and repaying any loans towards the down payment. No one would be evicted, no one's rents would go up, we could keep our community together. We crunched the numbers and we came up with a viable path forward. The margins would be tight, but they could work. We made an offer to the landlord conditional on inspection and financing. Our offer was accepted in April. Given that the building is 90 years old, we knew it would need some work. However, we were shocked at the state of neglect and the cost of capital repairs that are overdue. None of these issues were disclosed in the original listing or the seller's package of materials. We have shared these findings with our landlord, Andrew Robertson, and over the past month, tried to negotiate with him directly to reach a compromise. Andrew has been uncooperative. He has reacted by questioning the validity of the repair issues identified in the reports, and by questioning the credibility of the authors. Now he is threatening to scuttle the deal and back out of the contract. When our story first went public back in June, we were blown away by the level of community support we received. In a city that has been battered by years of gentrification and growing housing insecurity, it was clear that people were hungry for a good news story. A story about tenants working together and coming up with a creative solution to their problem. A model that could be used by other tenants faced with a similar challenge. We share that hunger. Unfortunately, there is one obstacle that tenants face. It's often described simply as the market. But for us, it boils down to choices made by landlords and developers who have come to believe they are entitled to unprecedented real estate profits, and that pushing people out of our homes can somehow be justified in order to make them money. It is worth pointing out, Andrew Robertson purchased this building for $975,000 in 2008. According to his own property management records, he pockets $160,000 in rental profits from the building every year. He stands to walk away from this sale with at least $3.5 million in profit. These are profits that come from our rents, from our wages, from our pensions, from our years of hard work. What is at issue here is whether Andrew will walk away from this sale with $3.5 million or $3.8 million in profit. That extra few $100,000 won't change his life in any big way, but would mean the world to us. This is the difference between the co-op succeeding or failing. We are determined to establish the co-op in a financially responsible manner, with sufficient funds available to make repairs to keep our homes safe and functional. Our amended offer to Andrew Robertson is reasonable and fair market value. What we are asking of the landlord is the same any other buyer would, after completing the same standard set of inspections. Speaking about this publicly is not a decision we made lightly. We would much rather resolve this with the landlord directly. We have given him many opportunities, and he has been unwilling to negotiate with us in good faith. Andrew Robertson, you can either be remembered as the landlord who worked with his tenants to provide a positive model of affordable housing in Hamilton, or you can be remembered as the guy who refused to face facts, tried to saddle his tenants with the cost of repairs he neglected, and scuttled a good deal for the sake of his own greed. Woo!